we need a week. And
Yeah,
I don't know how to work that out.
I know. But
We need 1 week, and we need a pad, and we need a book like Dr. Islam and I have,
I know it.
and write down our thoughts, what we're thinking,
I know,
and
but
then get together and compare them. And I could tell you so much that would relieve your feelings, because I always see anything from both sides. And that's what I want for you, and I want to. All you do is tell Michael that I can't wait to meet him, that I feel like he's just one of our loved ones that's been away a while. And I'm sincere about that. I really want to meet him. And I know you're hurting, but we hurt. That's what life's made up of. And Doctor was so impressed with you and Mark. Boy, he enjoyed that visit.
well, the only thing I hate was I didn't give him a hug because I feel like he's family.
He would have loved it, and next time do it. See, I was hesitant at first. But you held hands.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, he is family. He is family.
Yeah. He acts like it. And he feels like
it. He wants to be.
But I read his book this morning. I just got through reading it, and I'm all in there.
Well, remember, from cover to cover.
Yeah.
Jerry and I were just talking about panic attacks, and we all had them, and we didn't know what they were.
But
Charlotte, I thought it was a bad disposition. And I said, this is not pleasing to God and so forth. And you know how you talk to yourself when you've been brainwashed. But we had it. We had depression, and we are loaded with it. And I can tell all of y'all about it because it's there.
It's genetic.
Fully.
Yeah.
Fully.
And Michael's...
You know what I'm sorry about? That I didn't sit you children down when y'all were all little and talk like we talk now.
Yeah.
But everybody was hiding something.
But he's had a problem with depression and suicidal and all that. And I said, well, that's inherited. Because I have too.
You bet.
And I've had 10 years apart. I've had a neurologist and that psychiatrist mother took me to when after Mike was born when I wasn't,
Do you remember his name?
Yeah, the old Dr. Mullins.
Well, he's just as crazy as a bat.
But anyway, the brain waves, they both did the EEGs, and they both, now two different doctors, 10 years apart, both said I was having light seizures.
I was told that one time. No, I was told that I was having little ATs, little strokes.
But some cousin that came to, when I lived in Shreveport, came to visit when I lived in Bossier, said we had a cousin somewhere down the line that had grand mal seizures. But I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember.
Somebody down in Lake Charles around that.
I'm not sure, and this is just strictly between you and me, because I was little, but I think Margaret had. Now, do you promise me you'll never mention it?
Yes.
Because I haven't ever mentioned it to another living soul because they would have bawled me out.
Yeah.
But from what I've been told, she did.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I mean, that's the way it was. But Margaret always seemed to be kind of mistreated to me.
Mm-hmm.
To me.
Yeah.
And I think that's why. And I really believe in her early years she did. Not grand mals, but small.
Yeah, you can have little light ones that kind of put you in a different state of mind.
In space.
Yeah.
And brief.
Yeah.
But I do remember, and what they called it was fit.
Yeah.
That's how ignorant they were.
Yeah.
But I remember that, Charlotte, and you're the only person I've ever breathed that to. But what I'm trying to tell you, I tell Dr. Islam's patients, they'll come when they can get a chance to me, they say, will I ever be well?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, well, here's the way I look at it. When you know your enemy, your battle is half won.
Yeah.
If you don't know what's happening, then you can't win.
Right.
But if you do, you can take care of yourself and go from there. So that's what I want you to do. And you remember I love you and Mark. I like I said, I wish we could spend a week together.
I know.
I'd love to come stay there and y'all go to work and come back.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can sometime.
I'm not ruling out anything anymore, but I want it. Doctor stared at me and ready to go. And anyway, he was mad at me about my dope level, and
Well,
it will be low by the time I get home. Boy, I'll be trapped.
well, I just did love him, and
He felt it. And he just come away from there, and you know what it did for us.
Hmm.
The atmosphere. We were tired,
yeah.
and it just totally relaxed us. We were decent when we got over here.
Well, good.
We came in there and fell out, and it was just a refreshment.
Well, good.
And you tell Mark too, because he played a big part in that, and y'all were so sweet.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Maybe Mark could, when he comes to get settled, maybe he doesn't seem to know much about the managed care stuff, and it's a big mess, really, but it's a have to nowadays to deal with all the kind of networking and stuff.
We don't understand it. That's why we were trying to write about it, and we don't know enough about it. That's why we were trying to question you.
Well, we can, because that's what we do.
Jerry said that he remembered that Mark went into your job.
Yeah, Mark came into the line of business that I do. We both do that. We both work
But
with
he didn't take where you were, not the same position.
No, he worked at the same company twice. He's worked in the nursing department, medical department, 3 times. He was a case manager for workers' comp, but where he's at now, he's back again with the nurses. He does such a good job. He started it in customer service at the Vanderbilt job, and the nurses heard about him through other nurses from the other company, and they wanted him in their department because he does such a good job.
So tender and gentle.
Yeah.
He's just a fine man. Y'all were walking back up away from us, and Doctor said, and that is her son that lives with him. See, he thinks that's her. He thinks that's the way families ought to be.
Yeah. And a lot of people think that's strange, but
well, you know what I always told mine? That's our business.
That I dare them to say anything.
I said that's our, but wonder what people will think. Randy used to say. I said, it don't make me one toot of difference.
When we found out that when Michael actually was coming, that's the first thing Mark sat here and said. Oh, I wish I didn't live here. Like he was ashamed, ashamed of it.
That was what caused Randy to go away and have so many heartbreaks and problems.
Mm-hmm.
He continually saying, what will people think? Well, he left home before he was halfway ready.
Yeah.
Because of what he thought people would think.
Yeah.
Well, old Al just didn't do it. Al waited till he was sure he could fly.
Yeah.
And you see what a difference? Now, I'm trying to make that up with Randy.
Yeah.
We're trying to, go back. And I'm hoping we can do it. You pray for us.
Yeah, Randy's real special, and I would
You know what? He just telling everybody, I was never so impressed with anybody. I hear him all the time. As I was with Charlotte and Mark, they're so intelligent. The best move she ever made was to get out of here. And you just started hearing raving about y'all.
Well, Randy's so talented. I always thought he was a real good musician.
Well, you know what? I'm having to give him a lot of that now. He's rock bottom.
Yeah.
And it feels like his whole life was worthless.
But it's not.
He said he hadn't been worth anything to anybody. And I tell him, every time somebody says something nice about him, I repeat it to him.
Oh, well, I was always...
He'll say, I didn't know that.
I was always proud of Randy.
Yeah.
And I tell you, that little old record I made, he came in there and saved the day. The first go-around, I used the musicians from the old Louisiana Hayride, old Felton Pruitt and Dauber Johnson, and they went in there and did not know how to do a recording session. They played all over.
I remember that when you asked Randy to go. I
Randy?
don't even know where y'all went, but I remember it.
He saved the day.
Okay.
He's on both. He came in there and knew when to play and when not to play, and he came in there and played on it and directed it, and it turned out well.
Tell him that. See, that's one of the things I didn't know. Another one, I know so little. But what I want to do is bring everybody together in love, because it's a loving family. We just don't know one another.
Yep.
We're a loving family. We just don't know one another.
That's right.
Well, baby,
I know that
I'm going to be in bed, dope level, and I got to have one before I get in that car. That's bad.
Well, I may smoke my other cigar.
You may just get Real wild. Sit out on the balcony by all means, Charlotte, so everybody can see you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.